Apples from a whole other galaxy. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I really have to apologise about the lighting today. It's one of those sun in and out days where it just really affects this room. It's a very difficult room to light. Or I could just get better lighting equipment. So today I'm reviewing a very long overdue fragrance. It's PULP by Byredo. Absolutely love this fragrance. I remember when I first smelled it, it was one of those reaction fragrances, and I really reacted to it in a positive way. I just, you know, it was one of those, I've never smelled something like this before. This is so cool and weird. It was the second fragrance I smelled from Byredo, the first one being Ink, the weird and wonderful Ink, which I have reviewed, by the way. I'll put the link up here. But I actually bought this one first. I bought this before I got Ink because I just had to have this one. It was a great one. Anyway, it's a very polarising fragrance. The reviews of this are either people just don't kind of get it, or people really like it. I like it because it's unusual, I think. So, it's a floral fruity. It came out in 2004. And it is very cool. Let me go through the notes with you. So the top notes are bergamot, blackcurrant and cardamom. The heart notes are fig, red apple and tiare flower. And the base notes are praline, peach blossom and cedar. Praline I don't even smell at all, so just ignore that I said that. I just do it for review purposes so you know exactly what you're dealing with. So I don't usually do this, but I'm going to start the review by talking about the longevity because this one really packs a punch. This is kind of 10 plus hours on me. It really stays. It really has a great sillage. And it really fills a room. When I wear this before I go out, sometimes, when you spray it in a room, I mean, you can just really smell it in the room. It's a real good room filler. Obviously, it depends on the size of the room. I mean, it's not going to fill Wembley Stadium, especially because that's open air, but you get what I mean. So what does it smell like? This is pretty incredible. It is a floral fruity of a different beat. It's a different colour. It's a different nature. It's from another planet, I think. This isn't a typical floral fruity fragrance. The main overall feeling of this is something green. And it's green in a way that I've never smelled before. That's why I ran out and bought it pretty much soon after I smelled it. So the first things I smell, the first thing that jump out at me is this fig leaf note. It says that it's fig fruit, but I get more of a kind of green foliage type of feel from it. And it smells a lot like unripened fruit. I have to say, so many of the reviews say that this smells like rotten fruit, and I absolutely disagree. I think it's the actual polar opposite. I think it smells like fruit that is so unripe that it's really tart and really twangy. I love using that word because, you know, when you sometimes bite into an apple that isn't quite ripe, it's twangy, it's a little bit sour, and that's what it smells like to me. Now, what kind of fruit does it smell like? That's where this fragrance gets really interesting for me. Imagine a bowl of fruit that you kind of recognise but you're not really sure what they are. So, fruits from another place, another country that you think, that's kind of like something that I recognise, but I really don't know what it is. So you've got all kinds of different shapes of fruit in a bowl, and they're all green. And they're all slightly not ripe, so they haven't revealed their true colour yet, their real flavour yet. It's like the vegetal stage of fruit before vegetal fruit. That's a bit juxtaposed, isn't it? But it smells like vegetal fruit. It's very weird. You have this foliage, and it's not kind of foresty, dry foliage in this. It is more like a luscious sort of foliage. So the fig leaf really is playing a big part in that. There's a kind of grassiness going on in here as well. But the fruit is the main thing, and I would pin it on something that's kind of like apples, but not apples from this realm. Or, I don't know, planet at least. Or at least a town over. Apples from a whole other galaxy. It's really powerful at first. It's so green in a different way. That's why I'm in love with it. I love all kinds of green things. I like herbs. I like, you know, leaves and things like that. But this is so unusual in a really pleasant way. It kind of feels quite casual to me. It's not so out there that you would think, oh, I can't wear that. It feels really, really casual, and I think wearable if you don't spray too much of it. It's such a good warm weather fragrance. This fragrance is amazing in summer, and that's when I mainly wear it. The reason I'm actually wearing it today and reviewing it is because I stepped outside to go to the shop with a coat and a jumper on in autumn, and it is 22 degrees. I was sweating. I was like, this is a really good day to wear Pulp, so this is where we are. We're here right now. The floral that you can smell in this is absolutely gorgeous. There's peach blossom and tiare flower, so you don't have a full-on floral effect because it is a blossom at the end of the day, and blossoms tend to be on the lighter side, slightly more airy, slightly more delicate, and that's the kind of floral feeling you get from it. The fruit just really outweighs the floral though in this. Remember that strange green bowl of fruit from another galaxy? That's what you get mainly. It feels juicy, and I really like that. I love it when a fragrance feels juicy, like you could almost drink it. It has this quality of something like a cocktail maybe. A really cool green cocktail that you would get in a bar on planet Byredo. I really like how it's very linear as well. This isn't a super morphing fragrance. I do feel like the floral side of it comes out slightly more when it's dry, but it never goes woody on me. I don't really smell praline. There is no gourmand element to this at all. Obviously it's in there and it's doing something to the fragrance, but this really is all about an otherworldly sort of apple with lots of fig leaf and a grassy sort of foliage. And that's the best way I can sum it up. It's a great one, and Pulp, such a great name. Like mashed down fruits. Just to recap, great longevity, at least 10 hours plus out of this one for me from a couple of sprays. Just really fun to wear, and I don't ever smell it on anyone, so I like that even more really. Anyway, I'm out from Maloke down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye. Mwah.